We were just talking about Pokemon cards. Next, we're going to move on to Pogs. You guys remember Pogs?
Yeah, those might make a comeback. We never know.
I had the Bigfoot Pog. Remember that one?
I remember it. I don't know. That's the only one I remember. You had like a slammer.
A
Slammer.
slammer. That's
Yeah,
right.
the Slammer.
Yeah, Bigfoot.
That was the dumbest. I remember even being in 6th grade, seeing it for the first time, thinking, this is the dumbest game I've ever seen before. And I'm,
See, and I
I'm
thought it
only in
was so
6th grade. I
fun.
already
It
know
was
it's
not.
dumb.
It was not fair at all.
I didn't know how to do it. I lost all the time.
Yes, you put your pugs in, they put their pugs in. You slam it. Whatever flips, they get.
It's like you could. It was so easy.
And sometimes you could just push down on it with your thumb, and it works. Anyways,
They were just pieces of cardboard. They were like NFTs, but from the 90s.
you should make a meme coin that just says Pogs. Maybe
Pogs,
it'd be about
dude. It would go nuts.
Pogs.
It would. Somebody
Yeah.
made an N64 meme
Oh,
coin
yeah,
like
yeah.
yesterday. It shot up to like $20 million.
You gotta get it.
Just created
So,
it.
Joe, you were talking earlier about how your wife went to podcast convention and there were QR codes on people's shirts and things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Upon your request, Wellington printed you a Wi-Fi school password thing.
Oh my gosh. Is that a magnet?
No, it's not. It's just
It's
3D
pretty big
printed.
though.
3D printed.
How do I?
It is
I'm
big.
just gonna use like one of those like grippy things to stick it to the wall on
Yeah,
my
you can do
classroom
things.
door.
Yes.
And then
It-
what happens when the kids scan that QR code?
I don't know. Scan it with your phone. Is it
Let's
a
do
Rick?
it live right now.
Is it a Rick roll? What is it? He did
Up
it.
to you.
He actually
I
printed
did it when you
himself.
left the room, Joe.
It's working right now.
Goes to our
Goes
It
podcast.
to
goes
our
to the
podcast.
Darwin Awards podcast, bro. What episode does it take you to?
I think it just takes you to usually the
How many
front,
have we done? You're scrolling
Spotify
forever.
front page of it.
Ben's not wrong.
I
That's
didn't even
too
tell him to
many.
do this. He just like dropped it off at me. I'm like, what is this?
Oh, that's cool, man. That's really cool. So yeah, I need I'll get that because I'm gonna be at your house this Thursday night. I'm coming out there, Ben, because I have a course I have to go to in Salt Lake. It's like a
It's a golf course.
yeah, it's a CPR instructor's course I have to go take. So
Mm.
I'm gonna stay at Adam's house for one night, then go to this dumb course. Actually, I
Sounds
better pay
exciting.
attention. I gotta pay attention because I'm gonna have to teach this to other people. And if I just slack off like I regularly do during things, I'm not gonna know what I'm doing.
You should show
It's
up with
okay.
one of those.
You can teach CPR to someone else who doesn't know it, and they'll think you're doing the real thing. You're never going to need it, so
Yeah,
you'll
no,
be
we-
fine.
You're never gonna do it.
You're never gonna need
Just
it.
learn the Staying Alive song and push up and down. You'll be fine.
Get one of
I'll be
those masks that Dwight Schrute has.
He cuts it off
You know,
and puts it on his
yeah,
face.
and just walk in.
You
Well,
can buy
welcome-
those for as gifts,
Oh, I
just to
bet
like
so.
face.
Okay. I'll do that. Welcome to the Darwin Awards
Oh
podcast.
yeah, we're doing a podcast.
Yeah. Let's go over last week's. Oh my gosh, did I even post a poll last week? I did, didn't I?
Slacker.
I did.
Hmm.
No, I did. I forgot to
haven't
pull it
looked
up.
at it. Yeah.
Let's take a look at that. We go
what
head over
was-
to the Patreon.
Let me say something. My wife listened to the episode. She thought it was hilarious. And she said, "Why do you guys keep talking about people raping animals?" And I'm like, "We don't." He's like, "You've had like a ton of stories about them." I'm like, "I think we've had two. Do we have more
She
than
like
two?"
listened to those two
I can't
only.
remember. I don't remember having more than two. But of course, she paused it in the perfect place, got in the car, started playing, and our kids are like, "What are you listening to? What are they talking about?"
That's great. Your kids are listening to that. Oh, that's
Ben
great.
comes in, he's just like, he had his pants down.
Okay, so our 4 stories from last week's episode. We had speaking of the cow abuser. We had the cow abuser. We had the poacher shooting, the guy whose gun dropped from the tree and it shot him in the gonads. We had the zookeeper mistake. That's the guy who went into the lion's den. And then we had the whiskey bet. And our winner is the zookeeper who went into the lion's
Really?
den.
No, they got it wrong.
Why?
Wait, why is
The
that
molesting
wrong?
of a cow. It's the molesting of a cow.
Oh, of course. Yes, that's way more fun. Yeah, that's
Simba.
It's not
Why?
fun, but it's a fun
Why?
story.
true. If you'd like to watch them, you can head over to our YouTube channel where we've decided to start posting more regularly. So feel free to join us there. You can watch the video form of our podcast, which honestly, we have faces made for for YouTube.
Yeah, if you
so
want to see her
we're
face, I
beautiful.
don't know why, but here you go.
Yeah.
All right. Who's going to go first this week?
Oh, well, okay, here we
Well,
go.
let's let the phone decide. I got my story up. I'm always going first anyway, so never Joe.
I don't
never
think
Joe.
so,
Never
Ben.
Joe.
I don't think so.
It's never Joe. Here we go.
Let's,
The magic wheel.
Spin the wheel. Reset.
If Adam can ever figure this out. There we go. Magic wheel. We can't see it.
Can you? Oh.
Not Joe.
Adam, dang it.
Sorry, guys. Sorry
Never
about that.
Joe.
Technical difficulties. Well, lucky me, because I do have the best story, I believe, this week.
This is number 5, right?
Oh, yeah. Darwin
Yes.
Award. Yes.
Thank you, Ben.
Or, yes, it is 5.
This is
Story
number 5
nominee
of the
number
year.
5. That's what it is.
of 2025.
Well, it involves a man and it involves India. So we're off to a good start this year. This man comes out of New Delhi, which is probably our third most popular location, I would say, out of India. The man is 27 years old, and for a living, I guess, or he just went to do this. I'm unsure. He went to spray pesticides in fields on Saturday. So maybe that's what he does. Maybe that's his job. I don't know. Or
Sure.
just once a year.
We've had a few pesticide deaths out of India. There was like a
Yeah,
lady who
drink.
brushed her teeth with like rat
Yeah,
poison. We had a lady who like poisoned some tomatoes and then accidentally put them in a salad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, none of those are pesticides. Those are actual just
Usually the
poison.
pesticides are in a bottle next to the water bottle.
No,
and they
you're
don't-
right. You're right. You're right.
know that.
We had that one guy who sprayed it into his mouth. He thought he was like some extra
That's right.
savior.
That's right.
That was one of my favorite images
Videos.
and video.
Yeah.
That guy. It was like bear spray. He put in his
He was
face.
like smiling and dancing while he like sprayed it in his mouth.
Yeah. All right. Well, John, I don't know if you have this
I got it.
article, but this a little bit different take. It said on coming back home from spraying pesticides on Saturday, despite his wife's insistence, the man refused to wash his hands before sitting down to dinner.
Don't bother me, woman.
I want to eat right now. The man, it says, rubbished his wife's concern of not washing his hands as harmless. The officer said.
It's safe enough for the fruits.
Well, after
enough for my
you can guess
hands.
what happened. After dinner, Kanaya, is that his name? Kanaya? He started to feel uneasy and experienced drowsiness to his condition. And he deteriorated quickly, as it says. He was immediately taken to a hospital where he was declared dead on arrival.
Do you think it's from him eating food off his hands or just spraying pesticide all day?
It's got to be if he died that
It's gotta be
quickly.
hands,
He
right?
ingested way a lot. Well, he definitely should have washed his hands. What did they? Were they like soaked in?
Have you
Whatever
seen
it
them make
was.
Indian street food? They make it with their hands.
It was
This
probably the
isn't-
food that killed him.
Yeah.
Maybe his wife poisoned the food. It's like, you should wash your hands. That could be what kills you.
That's right. And
I
he's
don't
like, no. And he's like, I'll show him. He's gonna
Watch
need to wash
this.
his hands.
Poison.
You
That's
shoulda
probably
washed your
exactly what
hands.
happened. He neglected basic hygiene and he died.
It's the wife's fault.
Always is in India.
Yeah, it is.
You should share the story with your kids, Ben. They're like at that right age where they need to be like washing their hands and cleaning up
Yeah.
after themselves, and they don't do it. You know what I mean?
My kids are pretty great. They wash their hands. Sorry your children didn't get to that age.
Oh, let me ask you this: do you remember when you were a kid? Okay, let me ask you if you did this.
Oh, yeah.
It was time to take a shower. You didn't want to, so you went in there. You just turned on the water and
Yep.
just sat for a long time, pretended to be in
Maybe
the shower.
once or twice.
Absolutely, I did that.
Get your hair a little wet and let's get out.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you would
heard
get your hair a
I
little
did
wet.
that too. Yeah, I did that.
I think
What's
Bentley
wrong
tried
with
that.
us?
I don't know.
All I remember when mom said it's dinner time, go wash your hands. I go to the bathroom and there's
Turn the water
a
on.
bar of soap that looks like it's 20 years old and super dirty and
That
nasty.
Dove
And I'm like, is my
Bar
hands
of
getting
soap that had
cleaner?
cracks in it.
Yeah. You need to wash them anyways. And
I don't think you need to wash your hands as much as we do. I see kids that like their hands will just get some pencil shavings or something on it. And they're putting on they're like going under
the
that thing. getting
sanitizer,
their-
I
oh,
hate
sanitizer.
this.
I don't
What
know.
are you
And then
doing?
okay, you might be right. And then I see a video of like a black light or whatever, and someone sneezes, and you see a billion snot particles in the air. You're like, okay, maybe I'll be careful.
But for all of human history, that's been happening, and you know,
Well,
guess
with
people died
Utah
young, but-
and like stomach bug and things that go around in schools, you're just like, like Annabelle today went to gym. She goes to like tumbling, and there's 1,000 kids in that building, and those mats look so nasty. And I'm like, when you get home, wash your hands before we eat dinner, just because I don't. Whatever
She'll end
you
up like that guy.
what
My
disease?
children are disgusting, and so I'm assuming if my children are disgusting, so are everybody else's children, and some Clorox wipes are needed.
Mm. Well, the good news is we're not spraying crazy pesticides all day long on the fields.
Well, you did kind of.
What?
It was your
Mosquitoes?
job for like a summer.
Yeah, how much of that did I inhale?
Did
I
you wear
wonder?
gloves?
Oh, I mean, I was supposed to, but I never.
I mean, you
put
had a
on gloves.
Did
TikTok
you-
channel about it.
Did you sit and eat lunch in between? Just talk about
Oh yeah, I
it?
get back in the truck.
Did you
and-
wash your hands?
Never. At the end of the day, I wash my hands.
You didn't
Well,
die. So
there we go.
Well, okay, so this is definitely a Darwin Award. The if it was just a guy who didn't wash his hands, it would be like, okay, good story. But whose wife is like, wash your hands. That's much bigger. That makes it more Darwin-y, right?
I don't
'Cause she
know.
reminded
She
him.
sounds really pesky and annoying.
Yeah.
That's what she sounds like to
That's
me.
so
Really.
weird.
Wash your hands.
Real whippersnapper.
He's all shut up.
See this. It's too hard to see.
I'm a
Alright, I'll
grown
spin it.
man. I don't need to do that. Here comes the next one. It's never Joe. Never
It
Joe.
is Ben. Yeah, it's Ben.
This is
What's wrong with this wheel?
I told you this is ridiculous.
You think I'm making it up? Maybe I don't know if you can even.
So
see
there
it.
was a show called Silicon Valley. Remember they used to throw this toy up and down? It's like never blue, whatever. It's always never Joe.
I never
Never
watched that
Joe.
show, Ben. Sorry.
Best for last.
All right. Well, my story comes out of cacao. I'm probably saying that wrong. There's no A at the end. It's
Cocoa?
Chaco, Argentina.
Choco.
Why did-
Chaco.
wow.
Chaco.
Yeah, Choco.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Was it a cartoon?
A man died last Friday afternoon in Chaco, Argentina, due to a homemade fan that he made. Now, if you want to pull up the story, you can see the
Yeah.
homemade fan itself. These are some quite
They're just
sharp-looking metal
trying
blades.
to stay cool. Oh, it looks like a regular fan.
Yes. Well, I don't know. It's industrial, maybe. We
Is
usually
that-
over here in the States
is
have
that's
the
not
plastic
like-
fans.
I gotta tell
Blood.
you,
Is that what is that?
having lived in Mexico, the fans are freaking lethal. Like Adam, did this ever happen to you?
I
Where
never
you
had a
accidentally
fan.
put your-
I never had a fan in any of my apartments. Never
I
did.
had to because the mosquitoes were so horrible out there. But can't tell you how many times my fingers got bloodied by accidentally
They're so
getting,
sharp.
getting too close to a fan, raising my hand into the ceiling fan. And
Ah,
accidentally
yes,
just freaking
yes.
No, this is
shorter.
no ordinary fan. See, he repaired this fan himself, and he replaced the motor with a pressure washer motor.
Oh, wow. That's creative. Oh, wait, how does that even work? Doesn't really
The tragic
spin.
incident occurred when he was going to a buyer's house. I guess it's one of those deals where you show up and
Who offered
it
him
works.
the fan? Huh.
and the fan did not have the protective grill, which caused one of the metal blades to come loose and hit him directly in the chest.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
If you scroll down a little
Wow.
bit more here, let's see. Authorities say the fan parts, including metal blade that caused the fatal injury, were transferred. Okay, never mind. Hold on.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me ask you this, Ben. Did he make this fan, or did the guy who went to buy the fan that was modified get killed?
No, he made this fan. He had gone to a buyer's house to offer him the fan.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
And
so
he-
he's like
he
made
He's
killed
a
showing
himself
off
with it.
the demonstration of how good the fan is. And he
Yes,
died.
I have another
Ninja
article
star
here
to
as
the
well.
chest.
It contained several items in poor condition, such as poorly connected cables and a fan without proper protection. So there wasn't even a front thing on this thing.
Correct. And then another article I have, it said it did not have the proper power plug either. Almost like he cut the
Oh.
wire and reattached it. So this is a homemade. Essentially, what are those food processors?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, food processor. Yeah.
Garbage disposal kind of thing.
Just on a power washer,
Gosh.
which is that thing really zips. Hit him in the
so
chest.
there you can see the fan is missing a blade. That's the one that went into his chest right there.
Oh,
You see
my
that
God.
blade's gone?
Yeah. What's the picture on the left? Is that blood? I cannot
That's just
tell.
blood. Yeah, it's just like blood. That's what. See all the blurred stuff? That's
Oh,
blood.
That's bad. Yeah, that's good. You guys never
Yeah, it
have that
says
fear.
It says he
the-
managed to leave the house to the sidewalk to ask for help, where he fell and died.
The blade sticking out of his
Dude.
chest.
Wow.
gosh.
What were you saying, Adam?
I always have this fear since I was a kid, like with the ceiling fan, that what if it just fell off? You know?
Especially the ones that wiggle a lot.
Yeah, the
Oh, yeah.
Clavinos had one that would just go. His room would just go in circles. It was gonna hit me.
As a kid, being underneath that when you're sleeping, you're like, I'm gonna die at the night.
I love ceiling fans though. I just don't put them on high.
Yeah, I have one in my bedroom. A
I
little
don't
tiny
trust them
light
on
fan.
high.
Mm-mm.
Have you seen the ones that are you can just screw them into light bulbs?
Yeah, those are awesome.
I have one I found it in a pallet. It's basically it is a light fixture and it also is a small fan, but it's like enclosed. It's small, but when you turn on the light, you can also turn on the fan too with the
You
one
can
click.
you can moderate how fast it goes, right?
Yeah, it's cool.
I feel like I put that on a desk lamp and just aim it at my face.
That's
Oh,
a
like
great
that?
idea.
Probably tip over.
I gotta get one of
they-
those.
Oh, that's good. We haven't had a death by fan.
Ceiling fan or a little fan comes apart and lodges into his chest when he modified it, like Tim the Toolman Taylor from Home Improvement,
It
with a
sounds like
freaking
like a
air
really bad
compressor.
movie death. Ugh.
Do you think if you went back and watched Home Improvement, you'd laugh?
Yeah, I have gone back and watched it.
Really?
Yeah, it holds up, dude.
No,
It holds
no,
up.
no,
Really?
no.
Yeah.
It's
Too
about
cheesy?
20-80. 20% laughter and 80% something tragic and sad. And there's like sad
Yeah.
music.
You're right.
Mm.
But the stuff from the actual show with him and Tim Borland, Al Borland or whatever his name is,
And Heidi.
like from their little show, that's actually funny. Like the stuff that he does is because the thing is, he's actually just a stand-up comedian, so he knows what's funny. And the network makes him put all kinds of like feely stuff in there with his
Yeah.
family. But when it comes to like the actual comedy, he's freaking hilarious. What's his name again? Tim Allen?
Tim Allen. Yeah.
He's funny.
Mm.
It's like watching, how like cringy the Santa Claus can be.
Yeah,
But
we
he
watched that
ma-
recently.
He makes it funny. Like it's actually still funny
Yeah, I
because
liked
he's
watching
hilarious.
it. It's good. It's good.
Well, as usual, I get to go last, but we have 2 good stories so far. I'm not sure mine is going to hold up. If you're feeling bored by this podcast, let me tease a little bit. The next story contains an OnlyFans model.
So, children beware.
Actually, yes, children beware.
If you're feeling
Becca,
bored by
don't
this
listen to this.
podcast.
Don't put this on in the car.
If you've gotten this far and you're bored, you're the dumb one for not stopping much earlier. You made it this far.
All right, we'll be right back.
The golden age of America has begun, and the shining light of this new era is the Darwin Awards podcast. Quite frankly, if you don't listen to these guys, and I'm not just saying this, I will probably deport you very quickly. You should listen. You should listen every day. If you don't listen and subscribe on YouTube even, I absolutely will deport you. And you will be deported with the rapists, the criminals, and you belong with them. How else can I say this? I know that the fake news will tell you that these guys are very bad people, but they're not. They're, in fact, great Americans. So we got to do our duty. We got to do our duty and listen to the Darwin Awards podcast. And let's make podcasts great again.
Losing competition. Who can lose the most money?
I could
No,
definitely lose
let's
most
do
money.
let's do a competition with so
Who can turn it into the most?
Who
That's
can
not a bad idea.
$25 until next time we have the
I know what's gonna happen.
That is a good idea.
By the time we get there, somebody will have $27, and that'll be the winner.
and someone will have like 8.
I'll be all gone.
Like, I got $2.
I'll be out of the 25 at day 1. Just gone. Rugged. Okay, let's get on to Darwin Awards podcast story number 3. Now, this is actually not number 3. This is Darwin Awards podcast 5, 6. This is the Darwin Award number 7 of 2025. This is a story out of Brazil. This is a 23-year-old Brazilian OnlyFans model. Now, before you find out what happened to her, let me share her picture with
I really hope she's ugly. Nope.
She's cute.
Well,
not.
she kind of looks like a man a little bit. She has some mannish features.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Little
managed
Shakira in
features
there.
you're looking at, but
There's
It's the nose.
it's the eyes. I
Okay.
don't know what it is.
and the eye. There's too much wisdom in those eyes.
sorry, I wasn't looking at her nose.
What happened to her, Joe? Let me guess. She selfie.
No.
Hmm.
Ben, any guesses?
Well, there's a body bag on the concrete. She fell out of some window somewhere.
Oh,
Yes,
no.
that's true. She fell to her death.
Did she have clothes on when she died?
No.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me read the headline. Brazil, 23-year-old OnlyFans model falls to death from balcony while performing threesome.
Okay.
Sorry, kids.
Nice
do not
headline.
turn this off.
This is this
Someone
little
got their
Joe. I don't
money's worth
know
on
how he
OnlyFans.
searches to find these, but he does find them.
According to the Post, the model, widely recognized across Brazil for her adult content and large following, was engaged in coitus. That's a very
Nice
That's
way
a
to say
very
it.
nice on the balcony with her partner when they became too engrossed.
Well, how did she the only one that died then? Didn't they?
Well, I
shouldn't they
don't know
warn
if
people?
you know anything about the nature of sex, Adam, but
She's not throwing anyone around, really.
yeah, he's not falling backwards.
Yeah, he could have. You never know. He
might-
pushed her off the edge. That's all we know.
I can only scroll down so far because there's a tweet on here with a picture of her that I just don't think is appropriate for
Good.
the three of us.
That's good.
But in this shocking incident involving a 23-year-old Brazilian OnlyFans model, the internet is left in disbelief because she tragically fell to her death.
How popular? They say in every article, large following. What is a large following? 2,000? 20,000 people?
I don't know.
2 million?
I do know.
I don't know.
It says in Brazil, the model fell to her death from a balcony during sex. The model, popular in wide Brazilian circles, decided to expand her portfolio and invited several men.
Okay,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
portfolio. Get out of town.
In case I go to a job interview.
You see,
Expanding
in
my
September, we
portfolio.
expanded our profits by expanding our mini portfolios.
Wow, Joe, this is you story. It's right up your alley.
So she leaves behind a young child.
I
She
honest-
lost. She
Why are
became
you laughing at? Is that what you laugh?
Sorry
You
for
know
that
what?
kid.
No, that kid is actually saved from a lot of horrors. I didn't mean it to come out like horrors.
Horse.
Oh.
No, you said horse.
Her last words.
You don't
I
want to
think
be a
I'm
kid in
falling for
school
you.
and your mom is an OnlyFans model.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, you don't want that.
I think I'm falling for you.
Let's see.
What's a good one?
The tweet included a video allegedly showing the aftermath. I haven't found the video that has the aftermath.
Why would you want to see the aftermath?
People are weird.
You?
With the hotel staff recovering the model's body.
What was her name again?
Frick, I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know.
It says
Adam, why do you need
prostitute
to
on
know
here.
what
Okay?
her OnlyFans is?
You want to look her up or what? I
Maybe
think
she had
I'm
a
falling for
manly-
you.
That's why you brought it.
No.
I like that.
Those
are you
were her
gonna-
last words.
What are you gonna title this story, by the way? Like on the poll.
She died doing what she loved.
Oh,
She's-
yeah.
I love she decided to expand her portfolio. Why is that so hilarious? Her portfolio.
Wow.
She's some
Wow.
sort of stock trader.
Well, I
Her
don't
portfolio was expanded.
imagine you winning this, but maybe.
Yeah, come on now.
Hmm.
That's a good story, right?
It's
Falling off the balcony.
It's definitely a story. Yeah. Balcony. Yeah. What the heck? I thought for sure you were gonna involve something. Stuff that gets stuck. You always talk about that, how they die.
Nope, not in this case.
It's good.
It was
Yes.
getting stuck until she fell.
Mm.
All right, it's a
Good
family
one,
show.
good
We
one.
should be
Oh,
done
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Let's
talk about
delete that.
All right, I think we should move on to the lightning round. Lightning round, we're going to bring story number 8 of the year, and the three of us are going to each bring a nominee, and we're going to vote on one that we'd like to hear the full story of. Josiah, you're always last, so might as well bring your teaser for your headline.
Cut me off guard here.
Yeah, same as well. 1 second. We can open up all my tabs.
Oh, don't bring a barbecue into your bedroom. Not
No,
that one.
no, we've had that before, actually.
It's not bad.
Ben, what do you got for us?
I got a 35-year-old woman who swallowed this.
Food?
It's not the previous OnlyFans model. No. Let's
No,
see.
mine. Okay, mine is a man who also falls from a balcony, but
Oh,
it's a holiday special.
Special. A holiday special. A holiday special falling from a balcony. You have my vote, Adam.
You think he
I'm
could be
voting
doing
for you.
Christmas lights?
I
He's
know
not
what's
doing
going
Christmas
on.
lights. No.
Joe, it's the Chinese New Year, like yesterday or today.
What?
Oh,
No.
he's performing the dragon, the magic dragon, or whatever it is they do
No,
over
this
there.
is one we have not had before at all on the
Flying a
podcast.
kite. All right, I'm choosing it. That's my
It's pretty
choice.
good. It's pretty good.
Come
It's
on,
short
Ben,
and
let's
sweet.
do
It's
this.
good.
Okay, let's hear about this suicide that Adam's about to bring us. Here we go.
Yep. Okay. This is
This is Darwin Award nominee number 8
Yeah.
of 2025.
It's actually a musician who dies, by the way. But technically, I'm a musician too. Who knows? Whatever that means.
What do you play?
I've recorded a song, I'm sure, or something somewhere. Okay. Oh wow, they actually have a video of him. This guy's out
They
of
have a video.
Montreal.
Oh, they do have a video. I'm going to share this.
Montreal. Where's this? Is this Canada? Yes, it is. Oh, Canada. This he fell from the third floor balcony in the Royal neighborhood. Mont Royal neighborhood. What happened was he found him on the ground with serious injuries to his lower body. They say it happened while the man was trying to throw his Christmas tree over the balcony. Oh, is that his house?
His balcony. Oh, okay, that's pretty high. I mean, it's not like 70 feet.
Well,
He's on
was
the
that
third
his
floor.
balcony in that
not
video?
bad.
Because I'm like, you just hit like cars and people to the ground. What do
Well,
you
still, you'll die going down that far for sure. I mean, it's
But I
probably
mean,
like 30 feet. Look at that.
Why
That's a
is
pretty
he
good
throwing
fall.
his tree in the middle of a freaking sidewalk?
Well, you don't want to carry it down the stairs.
He got it up there. I'm
Look
saying.
at this freaky girl.
Is that a
I
girl?
wonder why you're not married, lady. Nobody wants a wife like
You
that.
don't even know who that is. That could be just a person who saw it happen. I don't
She's
know.
got tattooed on sideburns, I think.
It says images from outside of the apartment building on Monday show a heavy metal fence at street level with sharp pointed edges and tree
That's what he
fragments
fell
around
on.
it.
Yeah.
You're so
Traces
right.
of blood. So he
But,
fell onto the
I feel
fence.
bad. Those are like shin level. Those aren't even like really high fences.
Yeah, they shouldn't even belong. They don't even belong.
He
there.
was a talented and well-known saxophone player.
You're really narrating this video quite well right now. It's-
Yeah, there's in the background.
wow, unimaginable. Yeah, I can see. Okay, I can see why you would throw the Christmas tree out the balcony. Like, I'll tell you this: I had an experience very similar to this one.
Really? Let's hear it.
It was in Mexico after the hurricane
Mhm.
that I was, and so I was helping neighbors clean up, and this tree had fallen on this guy's roof. So we got up on this guy's roof. There were like 4 of us, and we were like, we didn't have chainsaws. We were like sawing branches off this tree and throwing them off the roof. And I got one that was too big for me. It was like 30 feet up, and I got to the edge of the roof and I tossed it, and I felt my momentum start to go as well. And I swear I almost fell. I thought at the moment, like, I'm about to die right now. But somehow my balance shifted and I was able to stay back. But like I could see it happening pretty
Yes.
easily. I was just being stupid, you know.
I think we did that once trying to throw like maybe at Camp Lake or somewhere, trying to throw giant rocks or pieces of tree or something over a cliff or something, and you feel like you're gonna follow it up.
Yeah, I can't believe 90% of the things we did as scouts.
But doesn't a balcony have like a railing?
It did. It had railing.
How
It had
hard do
railing.
you throw in that thing to like go over the edge? That's pretty.
You're right.
intense.
You're
All
right.
it takes is one little snag on
Yeah,
your
maybe
coat.
he got caught on the tree. Maybe he did. Maybe he
That's
did.
true. That's true. What kind of tree was it? Was it one of those bushy ones? You know?
I don't know.
You know those
but
big bushy
you
ugly
know,
trees?
This you know what's weird about this article? This happened like the 14th of January. How long were you hanging on that Christmas tree, man? It's been like
Oh.
Okay, 14 days isn't
3
bad. I mean,
weeks.
My Christmas lights are still up at my house.
all right, let's
That's
not.
different from your tree.
The reason we don't have real trees anymore is because I convinced Lindsay we have to have a real tree. She said, "Okay, we'll do it 1 year," and this was like 6 or 7 years ago. or maybe it was like 5. And she goes, but it's got to be out of the house in like a week after Christmas. It was there till about March in the backyard.
Oh, in the backyard. Did you finally burn it or something?
Yeah, I wanted to cut it up, and she got rid of it herself after a while.
Oh,
Oh,
you ruined it.
But I
you
ruined
made
it.
that's not fair. You make one mistake one year and you're banished forever. It seems like you need to fight for this, Ben. Bring it back.
Got to be honest, the packaway trees are so much easier,
Greater.
and I don't have to pay any money anymore. I already have it.
Okay.
Joe goes and chops his own down. You know?
That's right. We go out in the woods, chop it down.
Gosh, that sounds miserable.
Oh, dude, it's so fun. You know you would love it with your little boys out there chopping a tree down.
Yeah.
It's not, they don't have to be big. You just get this little saw.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
You chop it
kids would love
down,
it
and then
too.
the little birds fall out of it, and little squirrels at homes.
Everybody's crying because it's cold and wet. They just want McDonald's on the way home. Yeah, well, I'm okay.
That's fun. You bring hot chocolate with you. It's,
Yeah.
good
All right.
stuff.
Well, should we do like a recap or something?
Yeah, let's do a quick recap.
Recap.
All right. Excuse me. Man, I've had this cough for like forever. This is so
I know.
stupid.
You've had it for
Freaking
like
Dr.
2
Fauci,
months.
someone needs to take him out. This is his fault.
I think it's because of pesticides. Really?
All right, story number 1 is a man who ignored his wife's pleas for him to wash his hands after pesticide spraying. Excuse me. I'm not going to say it's story number 1. Story number 5. We're
Good
continuing
job.
on
Good job.
of 2025. Story number 6 of 2025 was a man who built some sort of modified, thought he was Tony Stark fan,
Mhm.
which when he turned it on, it came up that one of the fans came on, dislodged and stabbed him right to the chest. You know, could have just got him in the leg. But
That's
it
just
actually
like
killed him.
Tony Stark. He got it in his chest too, didn't he?
Yeah, only this guy didn't build a core fast enough for it to
Yeah,
pull the
suck
metal
out the
away
metal.
from his heart.
You're right. You're right. It's very similar. Yeah, you're right. Story number 3 was the OnlyFans model who was doing it on the balcony and then fell off in the middle of it. That's like
So good.
peak high to the lowest low. You know what I mean? It's like,
I don't think she
whoa,
was
and
at
you're
peak high in her portfolio, Joe.
Well, I'm
I don't
talking
think
about
this was okay.
not talking about her. I'm talking about the guy.
It could be a win-win for him, I guess.
We don't even know
Maybe
if
didn't
guys were involved in this. They wasn't
No,
even say.
man. And then our last story is a man throwing a Christmas tree out of his third story balcony, and he also went down from the balcony too. Kind of, one is worse than the other, obviously, in that situation, right? One's a degenerate. Another guy is celebrating Jesus' birthday. So I'm not sure we're gonna vote for him this week.
Okay.
But let's see. What's your guys' votes to those ones for Darwin Awards numbers 5 through 8 of 2025?
It's a tie between both fans.
The OnlyFans
Oh, good one.
and the augmented fan. Adam, what are you leaning towards?
I like Canadians dying. That's a good one. I'll take the Christmas tree.
Oh my
You
God.
like Canadians dying.
We don't get Canadians dying very often on this podcast. Let's be honest. Dylan.
Okay. I'm going
They're
to go
too
with the one
boring
that's
to attempt
clearly
anything.
most likely to be in the top 10.
Uh-huh.
It's the lady on the balcony.
That's not gonna make it.
Oh, come on. The Tony Stark fan is definitely going somewhere. in
It's
the top
good.
10.
It's good. Well, I don't know about
I think
that.
the
but,
pesticides has
it's
the best
good.
chance, honestly.
They're all good.
Never.
These were
What kind of
Always
RPM do you think that fan was going when it
listen
got
to
on
your
that
wife.
power washer?
It's probably pretty fast. One little blade comes off right in his chest.
The chest isn't an easy thing to like get through from a flying fan blade. It's got to be going pretty fast,
I
Ben.
imagine him holding it, demonstrating it. Look how powerful and the wind coming off this thing.
You really let it rip.
Well,
Oh,
congratulations to our OnligFans model. You're a Darn Words not.
No, oh yeah, I guess
Ben
yeah,
voted for her.
She got
yeah.
1.5
Got a half a
votes.
vote. Yeah, that's right.
Congratulations, lady. Your
Yeah.
career is worth something. I wonder. Now, this has to be real because she was filming this, right? So the video is somewhere,
You'd
How
have
do
to
you
be an
want to find
OnlyFan.
it? I know you want to find it.
only on OnlyFans. You'd have to like subscribe.
Guys, we're going on a trip together golfing in like a month, but there is something else happening very soon, which is tomorrow at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It's the Taco Bell Live Moss event.
That's right. The
We need to
convention.
bring this to the. You could tease some of it right now, but I really want to discuss this further as well on the after party here.
Everyone in like Australia is like, what the heck is this Taco Bell they're so obsessed with? I don't even know what that is.
I'm going to bring a story to our Patreon about a guy who shows up at his own funeral.
Have we had that before?
Yeah, we have had that before.
Yeah, that guy though
People
did it
were
on purpose.
pissed. So they were
No,
pissed.
no, this guy didn't. This guy wasn't a scam. Like he actually showed up. Like he heard about it, and then he showed up right in the middle of it on his motorcycle. We'll talk about it.
Wow.
Did you guys see there's a livingmoss.com for it's a community for Taco Bell fans?
A living
Really?
moss?
What in Living Moss?
we need to hurry up and create the Taco Bell coin for tomorrow, Joe.
The Live Moss coin.
Live moss coin. You better get on it.
Bro.
It's
Live
tomorrow.
Moss meme coin during the event.
I mean, what? No, it's got to be about the food itself.
Yeah,
like,
Live
what if
Moss.
They come out with like a
We gotta call
Kool-Aid
it Live
Fruit
Moss.
Jammers taco. It's got to be the fruit taco or something.
I've created one. I can show us how to create it.
We gotta
The
get
Live
going.
Moss coin.
One last thing. I have a list that I have found of the 2024 best new fast food items that were introduced. Top 10. I thought we should go over that because
All right, that sounds good. Let's do
we
that.
probably
on the after
tried
show.
half of them.
After
You
party.
guys, this is really interesting community here. They have their Taco Bell influencers. This guy's called the Taco Bell Sommelier. Oh yeah, these are great. You got to join this community. It's
Okay.
got.
Let's get
Okay.
into that.
We need to talk about that. Let's go.
We're
Let's
on right
start.
now, right?
Tell me about it.
We just moved on over. I mean, why did you?
Yeah.
Social partners, Do Drinkers Discord.
Oh, the Do Drinkers Discord. Oh my god.
Is it Baja Blast?